Hello and welcome to Pow TV, your weekly recap for Hella Superheroes. I am your host, Kenneth, and around the table, as always, I am joined by Monica.
You're doing it out of order.
That's your cue. I'm trying to bounce it back and forth because I feel bad I always put you second in the intro.
I just assumed it's because you liked her less. I mean more. I meant more.
You did not.
I did. I'm sick. My brain is drowning in snot. I meant that you liked her more, so that's why it was going to be like a self-burn, but I'm sick and I ended up burning you. So
anyway, there's some other Lady Beatrice here or whatever too, I guess.
Yes,
Beatrice is here.
The Lady Beatrice.
She's the Lady Beatrice. I am disgusting and have a cold.
You look great. I look like I crawled out from under a bridge.
Yes. That's exactly what's happening.
Oh my god.
What is that from?
You're so spiky.
Yeah, like 10% off the top.
Is it because I'm sick?
Oh, David talking about engagement photos.
My god. Anyway, news of the week.
Ken is a big fathead.
One hope I had in life was that Megan would know what the Bat-Usi was.
Megan, did she disappoint?
Fucking didn't.
Megs, we still love you.
I'm pretty sure it's
we had an whatever. Anyway, we had an ice cream bet on it that other people.
You owe me ice cream?
Yeah, no.
Megan, thank you for my ice cream.
This is a whirlwind of emotion.
It is. Now I'm excited about it. Did we write that on the board?
Oh, we should put it on there up.
It's because the board is too far away. Because you took away the refrigerator. We should put it on the dryer.
There we go.
Is it magnetic?
We can make it magnetic, I think. Look, this has been a whirlwind roller coaster.
Anyway,
that Kenneth owes Monica ice cream money. Kenneth also owes Beatrice a steak dinner.
It's true.
Wait,
and,
why?
The referral bonus.
Referral bonus.
All right.
Like 83 years ago.
I can't decide.
The referral bonus that we fight about all the time.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm coming to this dinner, by the way.
I'm torn between doing it here.
Okay.
He's going to do like a sous vide, or making him take me to Anderson's.
Why would we go to her house?
Stuart Anderson's is the shit, and you can try that potato soup I was talking about.
Oh, that's true.
And
what the fuck did you do now? You can see it.
Just hit it a bunch.
It's spiking here.
Wait a second.
Did it stop? It's done now. Oh my god!
Okay.
You're both nightmares.
This is why. Fucking put these on.
No,
you have to experience it too.
No, I don't wear them on purpose. Oh.
Her bangs.
She doesn't even have bangs.
I don't have bangs. I hate how.
Yeah.
I hate this.
Welcome to how we feel.
Okay, fine. I will record from here, but also only one side of these works.
Oh, well, look.
It's like this every time. That's why I stopped wearing them. Sorry, listeners, we're having... Oh, you're going to edit this out, right?
This is not a
No,
live recording.
no. I'm leaving all of this in. Because you must suffer.
Anyway, you should make him take you to Stuart Anderson's, because then we can get dressed up.
Yes, fancy dinner.
And legitimately, it'll cost him more. And since he won't split the fucking bonus with you, like he should if he had any moral compass.
Dude, it's crazy the number of people I ended up pulling for that, and literally no one else agreed with
that
you.
doesn't make it okay, Kenneth.
It does.
Much like slavery and genocide and the Holocaust.
No, tyranny of the majority.
Whoa!
Just because other people do it and or it's tradition doesn't make it right.
Tradition is just peer pressure from dead people.
Boom!
Yeah, which is awesome.
Okay. Anyway, you should make him take you to Stuart Anderson's, and then you should let me come, and then I'm making him pay for a very large scotch.
I'm not doing that.
You owe me like 3 ice cream monies. That's obviously equal to a very large scotch.
No.
It's from before when we weren't writing them down.
But I feel like you also lost a couple.
Down.
No, but like before.
Oh my god.
Let's do this thing.
I've always wondered what having a stroke would feel like. Anyway, news of the week.
News of the week.
It's not super related, but Benioff and Weiss got kicked off
gonna
of
bring
Star
that
Wars.
too.
Fuck those guys.
They
And I
are
feel
hacks,
everyone still
and they're
wins.
terrible. They are hacks, and they're terrible. Keep them out of Star Wars. I hope Kathleen Kennedy lives forever and is always in charge.
Okay.
Ooh, disagreement.
Oh no, that's
your
fine.
problem.
No, I'm still like in PTSD from your dancing.
Sick burn.
Wow.
But yeah, I read that article that you shared with us, and I
think Jackie shared it.
Jackie shared?
I shared it.
I think Jackie shared it.
It was in the channel.
From Jackie.
I read it. It definitely felt like It felt like the person writing it going, this bitch over here.
Yeah, all the people that he named that also got booted, I was like, every single one of those men suck. Every single one of them. And notice, Ryan Johnson seems to have done fine, as did that other guy named JJ de Abrams.
I just want to go home.
You are home.
Damn it.
This is where you live.
I have some fucking news of the week. I have not stopped being aroused since I found out that my man...
Why you're bringing a tarp with you.
Tyler, just dragging it around with me. My man Tyler Hoechlin is getting a full-on Sunshine Superman show.
Dude, yeah.
I'm going to fucking die.
On a similar note, we're getting a Green Lantern TV show?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Is Ryan Reynolds voicing it? Is it live action?
It's live action.
Shut the fuck
on
up.
DC Universe.
So it's going to be good.
So somewhere in the
Holy
distance...
shit, it's going to be good.
Somewhere in the far distance, listeners, I think you can still hear John Pingle screaming.
Yes, I hear it in my heart.
You can hear it from LA. We love you, John.
I like you just skipped over my super awesome Sunshine Superman news.
Okay, going back to that really quick, I am very hopeful that it is something... I don't know.
What's happening?
I don't know. I'm trying
Well,
to...
you wanted it to be like domestic Superman.
Yeah, I want him and Lois to be married already.
I want it to be
probably
domestic
like
Superman.
in season 1, they have a Jonathan and
Having a baby?
just I think you could tell some really
she's
interesting
pregnant,
stories.
right? They talked about that.
Yes,
So
but
they're married.
But they are married. But I mean, you have Crisis. Who knows how things are going to shake out? So.
But yeah, I think that would be great because, I mean, we all complain so often about hack writers.
No, we never
Hack
complain.
writers thinking that the minute a couple gets together, it ceases to lose any interest and it all just becomes garbage. So to pick up with an established relationship that's already settled, that may or may not have a kid involved, you get a whole different area of stories where this is a couple who know each other, who trust each other. There's no secrets. There's no bullshit. So what kind of stories do you tell? And I think that's a really interesting place to start.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I'm very excited.
Also, Tyler Hoechlin's stupid face.
Oh,
In
man.
my face once a week for 20
I clicked on the Twitter link to take me to like the article that was posting being like, this is a thing we're doing. And I just scrolled through the comments for a hot second. The number of people complaining about how she's a quote unquote terrible Lois Lane. Get fucked.
Okay, so
what?
unpopular opinion, I don't particularly like her. Mm-hmm. And I think, I don't know, I think I have to unpack it. I can't remember specifically why I didn't like her, but I remember when she showed up with him before, I was like, nah, I don't like this.
Okay.
I think it's just, there's something about her that I don't like as like a viewer.
Okay.
But it might change once they get the show. And also, I don't particularly care because, again, Tyler Hoechlin as Superman.
Well, because I feel like we haven't really got to live with her very much.
Yeah.
And I don't think as an actress she's really gotten a chance to like really show us who this character is going to be.
That's fair. Yeah. I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah, I think that's a lot like Ruby Rose in the last crossover thingy.
Yeah.
Like trying to make a full season judgment out just from that.
Well, I'm usually like all about lady actresses who are being added to our shows, and I love Lois Lane, but like I don't know, there was something about the actress, I think. But
Did she play somebody in a different role
No,
that
I've
you
never
didn't
seen
like?
her before.
Oh.
That's weird.
I'm trying to figure out. It might be some internalized misogyny bullshit about like the sharpness of her face or something. I don't know.
Well, we'll when the show drops, we'll
figure it out.
We'll see more. Yeah,
I'll better myself.
cool.
I'm also excited about a Green Lantern TV show, especially if it's on DC Universe, because as we have learned, all of their shows are great.
Oh my god, if it's featuring Jon Stewart, I'll die.
That'd be so great.
Isn't he the black one?
Yes,
It will not be featuring Jon Stewart.
Probably not. But it would be...
If it's fucking Hal fucking Jordan.
probably
It's going to be Hal Jordan.
We will rock you.
Bacon jam.
Okay.
Should I continue with my comment about Felicity? Where did we stop?
With the Hal Jordan. So what if it was Guy Gardner, y'all?
No!
That
I'm
guy
going to go back
sucks.
to Felicity, because Guy Gardner is a piece of trash. Felicity, the actress, I think she's great when she can be funny and witty and smart.
Just don't...
When they try to make her emote,
cry about
yeah,
anything.
it's a fucking nightmare escape.
She can't hit that deep emotional well.
Which, that's not her skill set, and that's fine.
That's
But
fine.
Oliver.
Ugh.
She tries to go there, but it always just sort of ends up vaguely whiny, and then I feel bad because I'm angry at her.
Are you playing a game right now?
Who are both of you?
Oh.
I feel like I'm in like the beautiful upside down, and I'm here for it.
What?
Oh, I don't know. Both of you.
We
are-
don't hate Felicity the way that you and John
I don't
hate
hate Felicity. I'm just very happy she's off the show.
All right. Let's
I'm
go back
actually
to
wondering-
Guard Gardner being a piece
Let's
of
talk
trash.
about Arrow and why this season's so much better now because she's
Are we
not
gonna
on this.
start? Are we done? Are we done with the news of the week?
I don't know. Do we have any other news of the week?
I mean, I could talk about Benohoff and why he's being kicked out of Star Wars for forever.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, they suck.
Okay, the Watchmen watch. Episode 2 was neat. I'm still liking it. They're fleshing out the world, and it's
Nice.
great. Would recommend.
Cool. That was very concise. Well done.
Thank you.
I'm surprised. Because you're not ever concise.
That's
Do you
hurtful.
see what I was doing
but
there?
fair. Okay, let's jump in with, I think, kind of our crisis.
Start with Arrow!
Crisis coverage 2019.
Yeah. Arrow. So, this show's great.
All of the
And
stuff said
I love it.
in the now is amazing, and I love it. All of the stuff set in the future, I don't care about.
Yeah, so...
Which is, I feel bad because, like, those kids are doing their best.
Yeah.
But,
Yes.
like, I don't give a shit.
If this was its own show,
It'd be different.
or if it was last season, or if blah, 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 I'd be a lot more interested.
If
But
times
at
a
this point,
million.
like, I am here for Oliver hopping around the multiverse.
Yeah.
I just don't care about the future
Give me
stuff.
that crisis.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
I have to say, we started this episode, and I think I had assumed that they were going to a different universe, and so it took me a long time to realize that we were home, just in Hong Kong. Like, I knew we were in
My
Hong
God.
Kong, but I assumed for like 20 minutes
You're a dummy.
that we were in, like, Hong Kong, Earth 57. And then I was like,
Did
wait,
you not
what the
watch
fuck is
the
happening?
show?
oh, jeez.
I made an assumption, and it took me a while to realize
Sweet.
that it was wrong.
Sweet dummy.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, this just continues to be like a romp through all the greatest hits of Arrow. And it was awesome to see a Katana show back up.
Also,
Katana.
It's Katana.
White Tiger. What's her name?
No, she's China White.
There it is. It's terrible. We should not call her that.
But she's great. That's Kelly Who.
We call her
Also-
Ms. White.
She's China White on the cartoon, too.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
It was funny. Again, me making assumptions. I saw a lady come through the window with swords out, and I went, "Oh shit, is this going to be Lady Shiva?"
No, dummy.
No, I loved Lady Shiva so much.
One day.
It's because Lady
One day.
Shiva's super gay.
Hella, in fact.
She loves the ladies almost as much as she loves murder.
Which is
just like
saying
you.
a lot.
Just
yeah.
like me.
Man, I don't...
Oliver's in trouble with the Monitor. But the Monitor is also, like, side dealing.
I think the
with-
Monitor is... Oh my god, that
was
was
the
a
reveal.
fucking twist that I...
I just skipped
did
all the way
not-
to the end, listeners. Sorry. It's
Okay,
fine.
honestly, blah, blah, blah. He's in Hong Kong. They're trying to figure stuff out. He's getting a doctor for the Monitor. He thinks he's trying to, like, check up on stuff. I'm pretty sure the Monitor is playing fucking 10 steps ahead of you chess.
40
and,
chess.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
knows
What's 60
how
chess?
Oliver works, and so is able to capitalize on that. Yada, yada, yada.
You're so good at this. Summarizing things.
Lila is living up to her name of Harbinger, and...
Harbinger?
I think you mean
Harbinger?
Harbinger.
No,
Harbinger.
no, she brings the Hars. Har.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harbinger. Which when that was her code name back in like season 2, I was like, huh, that's weird. Because man, in the comics, Lila is the harbinger.
Harbinger of death.
Well, no, just the harbinger of the Monitor, and definitely like hopped around doing his dirty work.
So she's his, like, Silver Surfer.
Yeah, kind of more like murdery. Wet works, Silver Surfer.
Oh my god, Silver Surfer and Chris Evans were the only good parts of the second Fantastic Four movie.
That's one of the very few movies I have never finished. I quit it 20 minutes in. It was like, I can't.
Did you leave the theater or did you turn it off?
No, I turned it off. I wasn't going to go to the theater for that.
I walked out of the Kirsten Dunst Marie Antoinette film.
Aw.
Yeah, I did not like it.
I have no strong opinions on it.
I tried to walk out of the Russell Crowe, Hottie McWerewolf, Wolverine, Les Mis.
Oh.
Hugh Jackman.
Jesus.
I was like, where are you going with this?
Hugh Jackman, Russell Crowe, Les Mis. I tried to
Were
walk
you
out.
tackled?
Yeah, Jessica Spencer like made me stay and finish the film.
Oh.
But because I was so angry, she like acted out all the singing next to me to keep me like happy and in the theater. She's a good person.
I hate everything about that.
That's fair. Anyway, it wasn't like terrible. I mean, it was better than the new Fantastic Four movie, and that one had Michael B. Jordan in it. Like, how could they have fucked that up?
Boring as shit.
It was awful and terrible. That director should never work again.
Treboot. Treboot?
What?
We need a word for when you reboot a reboot. Actually,
reboot.
I like the treboot.
The three boot.
Yeah.
You gotta say three boot. Because otherwise it's like, what? Tri-boot?
Yeah.
No, I like the three boot.
Okay, three boot.
They're not gonna three boot Fantastic Four.
Yeah, they are. They have the property now.
Oh, Feige's got it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit, we're getting another fucking Fantastic Four movie.
Buddy.
Could they maybe not do it with Dr. Doom? Like, there's gotta be another guy in their arsenal.
Give me Mole Man.
Fuck.
Like,
Mole Man should be the opening, like the cold open of the film. Should be,
that'd be
them
so great.
defeating Mole Man.
Yeah.
What if we skip the origin story?
I'm saying, like,
right?
we've seen it twice. Do it like Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Yeah,
We just don't
agreed.
see it.
Yeah.
We all fucking know the origin
hit the ground running. Have a bit of flashbacks maybe where...
They remember it, or they have PTSD, or like something.
Yeah, well, it's like, Battle of New York, and they were all watching it, and Reed Richards is like, oh my gosh, there's aliens out there. Get some Chitauri tech, uses that to build a spaceship.
And then, boom,
they get out there.
Fantastic Four.
Irritated.
Well,
Shazam.
Irradiated?
No.
oh my god, are you having a stroke?
No,
Did you hit your head?
Look, there's a lot of words I apparently never say out loud, so...
And I think also that if you make it not an origin story, because Doom's so involved with their origin, if you skip the origin part, it makes it easier to not include Doom.
Right, and you can always bring Doom in as like the huge big bad in like movie 3.
Mm-hmm.
Or even just like show up like in a suit, like looking hot.
dastardly in like the second one or something.
Yeah.
Also, Chris Evans should have a cameo.
That would be great.
And Michael B. Jordan.
Also great.
What if Chris Evans played Doom?
Oh my god!
Also great.
He can't because he's Captain America, but that would be amazing.
No, but
in
I mean,
the mask,
yeah,
and
Doom
it's just
always
his
has
voice,
the mask on,
and it's just his voice. Kevin Feige, do this thing.
Wouldn't that be fun? Whatever.
Or make him the Thing.
Fucking, he'd be great as the Thing. He is so thick. I just watched Snowpiercer, and that man has shoulders for days.
Arrow. Yeah, it's great. I love it.
I did not know she was the Silver Surfer to his.
Yeah.
Who was the bad guy in
Galactus.
Galactus?
Devourer of Worlds.
Oh, that's right. The Galactus where you're more afraid of Galactus and we're more afraid of the Purple Man.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess.
It's fine, Kenneth. It's about life experience. Anyway, Arrow is amazing again.
Yeah.
Like, it's back to being the way it was, like, season 3.
Yeah,
remember?
I'm super hyped.
Remember how good season 3 was and we were all so fucking excited?
Yes.
Ugh.
And we got season 5. 6?
It was 5. 6 wasn't nearly as bad.
5 was the worst.
5 was the worst.
Anyway, what's up next on the docket?
Let's talk about Flash because it ties most heavily into Crisis as well.
Kenneth is loving Flash this season.
I'm enjoying it.
Kenneth is going to tap in Malia so that it's not 2 against 1.
Oh, hey guys. It's Malia here to talk about the Flash.
Malia!
Oh my god, now the listeners are going to think that Malia doesn't exist.
Malia doesn't exist.
Oh no.
Malia died 8 years ago.
And the ring just turns to smoke on the finger.
It's half your garage is suddenly empty.
It's been Kenneth in a wig the whole time.
We didn't actually eat that soup and we're just all starving.
Yeah, bad news. Oh no, it's like the Irish. No potatoes.
Oh my god.
It's okay.
I was going to go for
that.
It's like Hook and all the food is magic.
Oh, that is a great movie.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let's
talk about The Flash.
So, The Flash. I'm
Little
loving
bit.
this season, and it
I
makes
will
me very
say,
sad that you two aren't enjoying
I hate it less than I hated the Nora season.
Wow.
Which is saying
Stellar
a lot
review.
because I fucking hated last season. I will let B take the floor. Since she hates it more than me, but I still fucking did not have a good time.
You're both disappointments to me.
I will say that I liked
right.
I liked that at least they only kept the secret for a hot minute.
Yeah,
And
we're
they-
learning our lesson there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would have been like an 8-episode mega arc.
Oh,
thing.
shoot me in the
I
face.
think I'm tapped out on this show. I think it's so contrived. Everything seems made up just to suit this one particular week's story, and then
We're
next
back-
week we're
yeah.
gonna forget about it.
We're back to like last season when Ralph changed characters every episode so that he could better fit the problem of the week.
It's not as bad.
I don't see that happening. I think this is very, like, I don't know. I thought Ralph was great this episode. I loved him with his mom.
Ralph has been amazing. I'm saying, as an example, that's what it feels like. All the problems are contrived. All the arguments are, like, very obviously just for this one episode. Like, nothing is, like, lasting.
I feel like we just watched a different show because I felt like as a team they worked super well together. Frost is having some problems, but it makes total sense where she's coming from on that. And Barry is taking them seriously. And then, like, fucking Bloodwork is all, I'm going to steal these things while you're out of the room. And Barry just, is standing in the doorway like, hey, man, I had a feeling. And he's not being dumb. And, like, they're talking to each other. And he and Iris are working together. And, everything that was bugging me about the last couple seasons of The Flash, I feel they're really addressing. And it breaks my heart that you two aren't enjoying it as much as I am.
Like,
good.
I'm watching this episode, and Barry's like, I can't tell them that I'm dying, but I must train them to be better when I'm not here. So he just takes Frost to a crime scene for no reason?
That was weird. I was like, why would she be here? She's not a member of the cops. Like, what the fuck is this?
She's his metahuman representative.
No.
So she's just, like, gonna poke at the bodies and contaminate the crime scene?
Yeah, I mean, apparently.
Oh, God. So I did think that Frost's, like, journey to be a human, like she's like Spock or Data or whatever, was less terrible this
annoying
episode.
And terrible.
Because it felt more organic.
Ham-handed.
Yes, last week was very ham-handed.
Other people have feelings?
This one was better. Because not only was the writing in the scene better, but I felt like her acting was much more nuanced. Last week... Different director, yeah. Because obviously that actress is great. But you can only work with what you're given.
She, like all the actors on the CW, is very good at crying on command and acting against a tennis ball.
Yes.
They should all have awards.
Yeah, seriously.
Yes, I actually really liked that scene this week. Though, I think you said that you liked the stuff with Ralph and his mom. I thought that was... I could not get engaged in that.
That's fair. See,
here's my problem with Ralph and his mom.
Okay.
Ralph believes in his heart that every man his mother has ever dated is dead. So that is a huge emotional leap for me.
There are only two options there. Either your mom is a serial killer or she's lying to you.
And, like, Ralph's not a dummy. He's a private dick. He used to be a cop. He's shown us he has the ability to use deductive reasoning. And I understand you can have blind spots when it comes to certain people, including your family. But, like, every single one? Every single one?
Sure.
Also, like, that's such bad parenting. That's not how you teach your kid how to deal with loss and cope with becoming an adult and people choosing not to be in your life anymore.
Hold up. Bad parenting on a CW show?
I know. Right? What was I thinking?
I will say that I liked the last scene between him and her, even though it was really sad, where she said that she doesn't think that she should get to be happy. That maybe I'm just the kind of person who doesn't get to be happy. And that is...
Except she's got that boyfriend who, like,
so
still
sad.
loves her.
Yes. And I think that's Ralph's point. And I think that he wants her to get back together with that guy. Because that guy obviously loves her.
And that guy was great with Ralph, who I'm sure was not a fun kid. He was
probably
a fucking trial.
Oh, yeah. It's fine, because this is all just lead up to Sue Dearborn.
We know.
Yes.
And the greatest romance in the DC universe.
Okay.
All right, take a step back.
I will not. She was, for a long time, the only spouse allowed up in the Watchtower. Because they were so fucking tight.
All right.
Yeah. No, come at me with any other DC romance.
Wonder Woman, Bruce Wayne.
Garbage, C-tier bullshit.
How fucking dare you?
That is
they would be so good
high
together.
school awkward Sadie Hawkins
How dare
in comparison.
I got the winner. No, it's Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn.
Boom.
A close second. I'll give you that one.
Gasp.
Okay, yeah. Flash, great.
Oh, wait.
You're both wrong.
I got one more. Big Barda and her tiny husband.
Boom! Actually.
I do love the two of them.
Or what about Kay and Tiny...
Scandal!
Scandal
and
Scandal. The two of them.
Come on. Any woman in Catman. I got to explain Catman to Logan over the phone.
Yes!
It was great. Yes! She was like, it's like a jungle theme party. Like, and I was thinking maybe we should be superheroes. And I was like, Catman! And she goes,
obviously be Catman.
Did you say Batman? I was like, no,
I
did not.
I said Catman.
Oh, man.
I think you heard me, and I said Catman.
His reintroduction in Secret Six is still one of my favorite
so
things
good!
ever.
One of my best memories as an adult is sitting in Jessica's living room and having her read to me out loud the opening pages of his first comic back. She was so fucking into it, and he literally was the most dramatic
Oh, yeah.
drama
So
mama
extra.
ever.
So
And
extra.
it was so funny. I fucking love Catman.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Oh, he's such a dummy, and he's so hot.
Him and Deadshot in that comic. Yes.
There's another one. Batman, Superman. There's a great pairing.
Non-canonical, though.
You just gotta squint a little, and it's right there. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm glad
Okay.
that you're enjoying The Flash.
I am,
I'm
too.
glad this is the last season we have to watch The Flash.
Rude. And hurtful. You're still going to watch it so you can talk to me about it.
No.
No.
Yeah,
Once
no, I
Crisis
decided.
is over, I'm tapped out. Talk to
Yeah.
John Pingle.
We're going to keep watching Batwoman and Black Lightning.
Yeah. John Pingle is going to be your go-to for the other stuff.
That's fair. Fine. Oh, yeah.
God, I just remember the first season when we all loved Flash so much.
It was really
It
good.
was so cute and so good.
Well, it's okay, because I almost forgot we have Harrison Nash Wells
Oh my god.
looking for Eternium.
He's
love-
finally here.
I love that actor so much. Tom Cavanaugh, please be in all the things.
We were like so checked out this whole episode. Like we were both on our phones. We were both complaining. We were like, "Oh, this is stupid. Who has the idiot ball? I hate this stuff." And then he showed up, and like every scene he's in is better for it.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just like the fucking gravitas this actor has.
Came in on a grappling hook.
Oh my
dropped a
God.
fucking smoke bomb.
Like he has vaguely different hair. He's like Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
I'm fucking here for it.
He's going to go find the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles down in the sewer. It's going to be great.
Why do you made that reference already? Like, what is it?
No.
I don't know, because he's looking in the sewer. Okay, Supergirl. What a show.
Anyway, I got to miss it. So tell me what happened on Supergirl.
I continue to hate everything.
Samwise Gamgee showed up.
Yeah.
Okay, like I'm really
And that's
actually
great.
bummed that I missed Sean Astin because like I love that we're in like a Sean Astin renaissance.
Yeah, he just shows up on stuff.
It's
now.
like
great.
every generation has their Sean Astin, and I have been alive for all of them.
Yes. Because they did a bit where he and Jean just like yell at each other in Martian for a whole scene.
Sean Astin's a green Martian,
It's-
a white Martian.
He's
A
Jean's
purple
brother.
Martian.
He's Jean's brother.
Yeah, Jean just... Or,
I'm sorry. Jean, who is tall and black and beautiful, is brothers with Sean Astin,
Well,
who
because-
is chubby and short and white and beautiful.
He's a
James's
shapeshifter.
sister...
No, I understand. I just think that's so funny because every other Martian has chosen to be black.
Well, it's because James's sister, whose name I really need to remember...
Whatever, she doesn't matter.
wow.
Rude.
knew this guy, so he chose this form so he could go talk to her and get an in as somebody that she knew.
Oh, that makes sense. So it's not his chosen human
No,
form.
'cause
No,
we
no.
did get to see him in like one of the previous
As-
episodes
yeah,
as the
he-
tall black guy.
I thought he was just a little kid.
No, we saw adult him too, didn't we?
No.
I thought he was in Martian form, though.
He was in Martian form.
Maybe that was
or
this
the little
episode
kid.
in the dream stuff where we saw adult him.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And adult
Yeah,
him
yeah,
is the
yeah.
black guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I just didn't want the show to like lose that part of like
No.
the
It was
Green
just-
Martians who were, oppressed on their own planet,
Yes.
came to our planet and chose the form of a group of people who are continually oppressed.
Yes, yes. But yes, that was fun. Sean Astin playing his brother, and so that they yell at each other in Martian for a whole
I
scene.
love that. Sean Astin, I still miss him as Bob.
Yeah. Man, I thought Bob...
I thought Bob was going to make it.
Let's... who knows what happens in what show we're talking about.
I don't know what
but-
show we're talking about, but I really thought
That was
Bob
a
was going to make it.
Classic
dude.
movie What About Bob, starring Bill Murray and
Yeah.
Richard Dreyfuss.
And Sean Astin.
Yeah. Weird cameo.
He was a baby.
Oh, no. They killed the baby in it.
No!
Damn it, Kenneth!
Awkward.
We'd been skirting this so well.
Other things. Kara goes and hangs out with Lena.
But wait,
and-
what does she do first, Kenneth? Tell me your version, and then we'll listen to Beatrice's version. Because I heard this already.
Stops by a couple different places around the world to get, like,
God, you're the least romantic person I know.
croissant thingies. And
All right,
some coffee
Beatrice,
and
what
shit.
did she do before she went and talked to Lena?
She was super nervous about going to see Lena for the first time after outing herself as Supergirl. And so she goes to Paris, Dublin, and Milan to get Lena's favorite coffee, croissant, and like sandwich thingies, and then brings them to her, which, if you'll remember, listeners, is the exact same thing that Clark did for Lois on The New Adventures of Lois and Clark, because he was in
Aw.
love with her. So Gay! But then also...
That took me... I was like, no, but Lois and Clark were a guy and a girl. That's not gay. Oh! So I got there.
But then, Lena does this whole
Doesn't she also like hang out outside Lena's apartment, like gazing at her in the night while holding all these things?
Yes.
Okay. That's why it's super fucking gay.
But Lena also does this whole song and dance where she talks with...
Continue. Oh, I'm sorry.
We can hear all of that.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
There's no continue through you
Okay.
slowly dying over there.
Yo, I almost threw up last night. I was coughing.
Oh,
so
that
hard.
sucks.
It was fucking awful.
But Lena is talking with the hollowed out shell of Miss Tessmacher and decides that she needs a doodad that's from Lex's journals. Mm-hmm. And so she's...
Doodad.
it's the Maltese Falcon.
The goober.
The Goober. The MacGuffin. And so she's like, I can't break in and steal this thing, but you know who can? Supergirl. So when Kara comes over...
It's true.
Audience, I'm shaking my head in frustration.
When Kara comes over, she's like, so Lena, how are you? And Lena's like, I'm okay.
Sure would be better if I had these journals so I could process my feelings.
What is it? You can tell me. And Lena says, well, I'm really...
Kara, the ultimate mark.
She's like, I'm really messed up over all that stuff that happened with Lex, and I can't eat, and I can't sleep, and I don't know what I'm going to do. She's like, well, have you thought about talking to somebody? You could get some help. Well, Kara, I know what would help. It would be these journals of Lex's, because I know if I could read that, I'd get closure, and I'd feel so much better. The problem is that they're locked away in some federal facility, and I don't know what I'll do. Oh, Lena, I could go get those for you. Oh, no, Kara, I could never ask you to do such a thing. Oh, no, you're not asking. I'm offering. Gosh, you're so the best. And that was that scene.
And then Kara
Just
tells her
spot
sister
on.
this, and Alex is like,
No.
What the fuck?
excuse the fuck? That's a terrible plan. And then Kara
Does it
does
anyway?
Yeah.
I mean, that's like,
Without wearing a mask.
no.
She breaks in
God,
as Supergirl.
Do you understand why I can't watch this show? She's so fucking stupid.
It's honestly, rule number 1 of being a con artist is making the mark think it's their own choice. Oh my god, be more of a rube, Kara.
She sucks. Guys, I've been saying this for a while now. She fucking sucks.
What else happened? Samwise Gamgee wormed his way into James's sister's mind thing. Used her mind bullets to unlock his full potential.
So now he can, like, control people's bodies.
Yeah, because
Sort of like Jericho.
we find out that the reason Jean can't remember his brother at all is because his brother wasn't connected into, like, the Green Martian hive mind thingy, and instead was basically a bloodbender.
Yes.
And
Yes.
No.
so his dad, had him locked up because his brother kept being hella douchey
Weird
about
and gross and bloodbendy.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, we don't get to see a lot of it. We just see him being put in a room. And I don't know if he was just, like, in a cell alone forever, or if somebody was actually trying to help him. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I mean, I assume it's the first one because this is television and I've watched a show before.
Yeah. So, Jean's dad feels super bad about it.
I mean,
blah, blah, blah.
That's fine, except for the bloodbendy thing.
And Jean thinks that his dad erased the memories of his brother from Jean's mind. And then Dreamer is like, hey, I had this extra premonition. Do you want to see it? You're really not going to like it. And it turns out Jean's dad was so fucked up by having to imprison one of his 2 sons that Jean was the one who erased the memory from both his dad and his own brain.
because his dad was, like, so distraught. Not only, I failed my child to the point where he allied himself with our greatest enemy.
Oh, yeah, he also hooked
because
up with
of
the White Martians.
what I did to him. His dad was, like, ready to kill himself.
Wait,
Yeah.
Wait, so, okay. Let me try to figure this out.
Sorry, there's a lot of moving parts.
That's
there.
right. Sean Astin, as a Green Martian, was a bloodbendy Green Martian. Could control others and force them to do whatever he wanted.
From the time he was a child. Like,
From when he was a baby.
That's just his power.
I am assuming because Jean's dad is a good dad, that he attempted to teach him
he was like,
right and
hey,
wrong and don't do this.
let's
It's not
not
cool.
do that.
The kid was like, nah, man, I love this shit. So dad put him in prison. And then did he escape?
Yeah, or like White
and then
Martians
like
busted him
leagued
out
up
or
with the White
something.
Martians?
Yeah, it either the White Martians came and broke him out, or he broke out to join up with them.
I feel like the White Martians probably came for him. They probably heard a rumor about a kid who could do this and stole him. So okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like this was all a good thing to have happen, and you couldn't have saved this child.
Well,
Jean's dad.
that's the thing, is that we don't have enough context or scenes in which this is involved to understand if, like, what was the right choice here.
Well, but we can extrapolate based on the characters that we know.
Yeah.
And, like, based on the fact that Jean's dad is a pretty good dad. Mm-hmm. He was a great dad to Jean, so he'd probably be a good dad to this kid, too. He's understanding of their powers and how to misuse them. Mm-hmm. He would have been as chill a dad and tried really hard for his other son.
Yeah. So then to try to save his own dad from this impossible well of grief,
right,
he just took the memory from him and then erased it from his own mind.
Well, that was dumb. He probably should have just taken it from his dad.
The problem, though, is that as long
his
as you're
dad
still,
is telepathic.
Yeah.
Because you're still hooked
Look, I
into the
answered
Martian
my own
unconscious.
question.
Yeah.
Also, man, Martian kids are fucking stupid, and they would play hide and seek, and they're all telepaths. So, like, there was a shot of them, like,
so dumb.
oh, I'm gonna go hide now, and they'd all scatter, and then just be like, oh, you're back there, because they can just fucking read each other's minds.
Why were they?
I don't know,
playing?
man, because kids are stupid.
No, it's because these writers are terrible.
Now, honestly, this seems like a good thing to do anyway, because children are hella
No,
dumb.
they'd come up with a better game.
Trying to think, what would you play?
You could play you could play like hide and seek of your mind, where you could.
You could play Am I Thinking About Dicks?
Now you're
Spoiler.
thinking about dicks.
Always.
No, you can do something where like you have to try to defend yourself from other, like a game where you try to like put walls up between people to protect yourself, and that's the game, is like who can keep
I've
their
been
walls up long
playing
enough.
that game my whole life.
Aw.
Okay, well, yours are emotional and yours are telepathic.
I feel like I would always want to play games that involve shape-shifting. It's like, who can turn into the weirdest thing?
Right,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
how they should hide and seek, is they should, one, shapeshift into something, and then two, also practice like the walls in their brains.
Yeah. But no, they're
That's
just
about it.
stupid children.
It's the writers, you can't blame them.
There's a cool lady who had spiders that came off of her.
What?
Oh yeah, that
Like-
she was covered in like spider tattoos.
I think I saw that, but I thought that okay, so
Okay.
all white women look alike. I thought that was Alex undercover because it
Oh,
looks like
man.
that same actress.
What?
No,
That was a whole
nothing.
nother person?
That looks nothing like her at all.
Look, I had just woken up. I just had my first cup of coffee, and we were going downstairs and fighting the sun. Forgive me.
My God.
So yeah, so she had like a spider tattoo on her chest, but then it could transform from being a tattoo into being like a 3-dimensional spider,
Blech.
and then it would jump off and infect
No.
somebody else.
Yeah, it like crawled
Burrowed
into
into the
dude's
skin.
heart.
Whoa.
So Kara's like, X-ray scanning this guy
And there's
who
just
just
a
Mr.
spider in his heart?
Well, no, she's like, why is there a spider tattoo on his heart?
Then did it move?
No, it just chilled there.
Oh, this could have been more.
No,
But
gross.
there
That's like right up my gross alley. I actually think I would have liked that.
there was a bit where like the spider jumped onto this guy's face and was like
Ooh.
skittering around,
Ah!
and so then she got to eye laser it off his face.
I would not want her eye lasers anywhere near my face. Spider or no.
No,
It's fine.
it was a very precision shot.
Yeah.
She doesn't have that skill.
No.
Well, she does
Also,
now.
in that same scene, she made a horrible pun that made me really angry. Because if you're going to have somebody deliver a really stupid pun in the middle of a fight, they should be on comms with somebody else who then immediately makes fun of them for it. Because otherwise, I think the writers think this is like actually clever.
What was it? Do you remember?
I think
it?
almost all puns are actually clever.
Well, you're an idiot.
Puns are the highest form of humor.
Okay.
You're really starting to bug me.
Which is funny because spiders
was a
aren't
spider.
even bugs. They're
Spiders.
arachnids, which are
That's
not
like a
bugs.
that's like a Schwarzenegger sentinel
The thing
like
is that,
knife
like,
in the wall, hang out.
It's only funny if there's a
wasn't right at
reaction
all.
to it. She just said it and it dropped on the floor like a fucking dead trout.
That's what they do in action films in the 80s too.
Yeah, I'm here.
Like, I don't understand the
I tell
difference.
myself stupid puns all the time and then giggle
Well,
to
no,
myself.
she's saying in an entertainment venue, right? But like, what is that one? Platoon or whatever. It's not Platoon. What's that
What?
first
I
one
don't
with
think any
Arnold
Platoon.
Schwarzenegger?
Commando.
No, maybe. It was the one that was like half war movie. Predator! It was half war movie and then half sci-fi film. Remember? We watched the original Predator. And that's the one where he, like, throws a knife at a guy and the guy gets stuck in the wall and he goes, hang around or something stupid. But, like, nobody there reacted to his dumb comment. It was for us, the audience.
Yeah. Like, you need to let joy into your heart.
No, it felt so not right in the scene, and I hated it. It was dumb.
It may have been the way in which the scene was written. It wasn't written in a way where, like, a dumb action pun would have fit. And then that's just, like,
also
shitty
doesn't
directing.
Really do that either. Like, it's
she
not.
doesn't normally drop a bunch of puns. She's not Spider-Man.
See, if Spider-Man said it, that'd be funny as shit.
I love how mouthy Tom Holland is as Spider-Man.
It just, I didn't like it. It didn't work for me.
Boo. But fine.
Did you laugh?
Of course he laughed. His name is Kenneth.
I vaguely blew air out my nose. So.
I believe that's a chortle.
You know, I read somewhere that one of the signs of a psychopath is that they don't laugh. They sort of do that air through their nose, where they just kind of go...
Ew. Please stop making that noise.
I think a sign of a psychopath is someone who hears something funny, watches other people laugh out loud, looks you in the eye and goes, that was really funny, without actually laughing.
Oh yeah, my aunt does that.
That person is a psychopath. That person has killed.
My God.
Your aunt has killed.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm sorry,
anyway.
I take it back. Your aunt has murdered.
Last but not least, Nia broke up with Rainey, and I could hardly care any less.
Oh, good. They didn't have an adult conversation about their expectations in the relationship.
Well, so they kind of did, actually, where she was like, hey, can you tone it down a little bit? Like, this is a lot.
Well, I remember that conversation from last episode, but she didn't really explain.
No, what she said was she kept letting him continue on, and so he's been writing increasingly elaborate sonnets and then villanelles. To like about specific parts of her body and things, like her ear and.
Don't look at me, man.
A villanelle is a type of poem. It's an ode, like an ode.
Oh, I thought you were trying to say novella, and I was like, what?
Like he used the word, and I looked it up to make sure I knew what it was.
Look at you. Okay.
And so she says, no more food, no more poems, none of this. It's too much. I can't. You have to stop. And that was all she said. And then he got, like, really upset, and he sat down, and he had, like, tears in his eyes a little bit, like his eyes were getting red. And he said, you told me you wanted me to be exactly who I am, and now you're telling me you don't want me to be that. I don't know how to be anything else other than 100%. That's how I am, and that's how I operate. And then she just, like, let him, like, get up and leave. And I'm like, this is where you have to reevaluate and have a conversation, where she says... Like, the amount of food you give me is too much. You waking me up to read me poems is too much. But I want you to still be able to express yourself. And if the way you want to show me love is through poems, then baby, I need you to, like, write them down for me. Or,
send them to me. Leave them for me in cute notes. Don't fucking wake me up.
Or, send me food, but, like, only one pizza. Or, like, do things like that. They had to find a compromise. Mm-hmm. Because, man, when he said that actually really landed for me.
Oh, yeah. No, it fell apart.
God, are you feeling feelings?
It's gone. No, it was... You could see where he was coming from on that, and that's very indicative of a lot of relationships. Where I
feel like you go in 100%. That's who you are as a person. But another part of relationships is learning to compromise.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
But yeah, she needs to state her needs better. She's not been clear at all.
Yeah, and I think that both of them, and I think for him, this is something entirely new, and I can see him feeling like he's doing it wrong. And that actor is so good sometimes. He really blew me away in that scene. Because the whole last couple of episodes, it's all just been a big joke. That Brainy goes too hard. And so I really liked this, like, really grounding it in some real emotion in that moment. For him to say, I don't know how to not be that. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if they're, like, broken up.
They might just be in a fight.
And he then left. So I don't know. Maybe they'll figure a way to work it out.
We'll see. Yeah.
I think that was actually the scene I liked the most, the whole episode.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
except for the part, solid.
Except for the Sean Astin speaking Martian for a scene.
Yeah, that was great. Last but not least, James's sister was trying to help who she thought was her old buddy, did some mind tech stuff and unlocked his full potential, which, that's why Jean's dad felt so bad, because he, like, locked down his son's brain, basically.
Well, because he's using it wrong.
Oh, for sure. But now he has all that back, and he can, like,
oh, good. This
bloodbend
should be
people
fun.
again.
Yeah, he's, like, making... it's Kelly.
Yeah, there we go.
And making her, like, move across, like, in, like literally like a puppet.
I hate it.
Very much like the bloodbending episode.
Yeah.
If none of you know what we're talking about, please watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. It will change your life.
We don't mean the Blue People movie.
No,
we
not
mean The Last Airbender.
Literally, I said it out loud, and not the film, the TV show.
Oh my god, not the film. Love yourself more than that.
Damn. Fair.
Dude,
That's not even a hot take. That is a tepid take.
I never watched it.
I always think to myself, oh, maybe I'll give it a shot just to see what it was like. I love the cartoon so much. And then I'll watch like a trailer and go, nope, I've made the right decision.
I feel like I thought you watched more of it.
I watched a scene and it was fucking awful. I watched a scene of her trying to like the actress who was playing Katara trying to convince a bunch of people to like help them rise up and revolt or whatever, and it was some of the worst child acting I've ever seen. Like, she had no idea what to do with her hands. It was just bad. It was bad. And like, oh god, all the like earth bending was terrible and the fire bending was terrible, and none of the moves looked cool like they did on the show.
Which they should, because they're based on real
martial arts, and they just have to like drop like, oh, it was fucking... Anyway, don't watch the film.
Yeah.
Anyway. What's next?
Batwoman.
Yay, Batwoman. The show's great.
The show is great.
I'm going to say, this is my hot take. Mary is the best character on this show.
Oh, I don't think you know what hot takes mean.
I think I don't. She's the best and I love her.
Yeah, she is a delight. And watching her in the elevator with...
the two women? Yeah.
Well, the two women, like...
And the husband.
Standoff, and then, the ex and her husband... And like,
I'm just gonna call him generic white man number 3.
Oh, you never told me you went to Fort Bragg or wherever.
Fort Dix.
They were trying not to. No, it was not fucking called that. Oh my god, it's like spelled Dix or something stupid.
There is a Fort Dix.
I understand. Just no. They're trying to say. I'm not even gonna think Annapolis, but it's not Annapolis because that's real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's great.
Mary's great. I love
Alice
her.
is great. I really liked having both Alice running around plus like a villain of the wiki type person.
Yes.
That was a nice like double up thing going on.
That tells me that kind of what the show's going to be like is that Alice is going to be the long game bad guy. But introducing an episode where there's another just like straight up bad guy where she actually kind of helps Kate against him, it introduces a really fun dynamic.
Yeah.
That tells me that we can keep her the whole season and I won't get tired of her.
I just had a funny thought. Who's the guy who plays on Veronica Mars? Logan,
yeah.
What if they had cast him as Hush instead?
Oh man,
He
I
would
would have
been
loved that.
so fucking good. Except I would have wanted him to like be on the show more because I love him so much.
Well, so Tommy Elliott's here.
Yeah,
And-
Dude, which
That's what I was
Kenneth and I, in our respective living rooms, both freaked the fuck out. He was watching with Malia, and I was watching with Monica, and they were both like, "What's
What
happening?"
is
Yeah.
happening
I
right
don't.
now?
Who's this white guy?
So Malia and I need to watch the show together.
I deposit
you two can watch
and
it
give
together.
Leah a little TED talk on Hush.
Honestly, I think Batman Hush is one of my favorite standalone Batman stories.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nothing's ever a standalone, but you can read the Hush graphic novel by itself, and it makes sense.
Yeah, it works
And,
very well.
Like, Catwoman has such a great role in this one, and her and Bruce's relationship is so great. And him coming up against this guy, Hush, who seems to know everything about him in a way that just freaks Batman right out, is really fun.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, Tommy's here. That like, honestly, my biggest quibble with this episode was for the second episode in a row, Chekhov gunned it with who'd have a grappling hook that can shoot 2 ways? It's like, we know Batman has cool tech. You don't have to bludgeon me over the head with it. I know you're going to use this later in the episode now.
Yeah, agreed.
And she did. And I was like, cool, you did it. You used the grappling hook.
Except I'm pretty sure
Hooray.
one of those elevators like went down.
I'm
like
pretty
she lost 2 of the 3 elevators.
I'm pretty sure elevators don't do that.
Don't do what?
Crash
Plummet
like
to the
that.
ground?
Yeah, no, like they just, even if all the cables snap,
They have
no one's
emergency
going to
brakes.
die. They have emergency brakes.
Yeah.
It's going to be cushioned by the air being compressed in the shaft. It's going to, like, all of them are designed to curve in at the bottom. Like, it's not going to feel great. No one's going to die from it.
Well, I mean, nobody died. I mean, there are, like, bodies littering in the hallway, but they did, like, there were still people alive.
Sure.
That actually explains it for me, because when they came, I'm going off of, like, speed. It's my elevator technology levels.
30 years old.
Like, shut up. But when Mary showed up and, like, there was people in, like, the lobby still alive, I went,
Shouldn't they be goo?
Yeah, so, I mean,
but no, this is
that
good
at least.
information that you're right. It's a sealed area, so the air compression would affect its fall. I like the idea that they technically build them at, like, an angle toward the end to kind of help with the fall. So I do actually, that makes me feel better about being in elevators.
Yeah, elevators are great. Like, no one dies in elevators.
Yeah, but also
ever.
they all have auto brakes technology because, like, you can't trust only the wires. There have to be redundancies.
Yeah.
Because people ride in them.
You gotta have a plan M.
No, that's the one where Hardison dies.
Oh my god. Yeah, Tommy shows up. It gets wrapped up same episode. He's in Arkham now.
Tommy hates his mom.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
If she had just died like he'd intended.
Why wouldn't he just kill her?
Man,
Like, come on, man. Sack up.
I was really happy, though, that they kept that plot in here. Cause
Is that our original plot?
Yeah.
That
Oh,
he
yeah.
hates his mother?
It's so he hates in the original comic he hates Bruce Wayne. No, he hates Thomas Wayne because Bruce's dad saved Tommy's mom during the crash. And so in this he hates Batman because Batman saved Tommy's mom. Blah blah blah. Same basic thing. But he orchestrated the crash to kill his parents to get his inheritance because he's insane.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
But also he's like complaining about how he had to like clean up after his mom and she was bedridden.
Hire
and stuff.
someone.
And number one, hire someone. Or number two, if she's bedridden and relying on you, you could just like put a pillow over her face.
Oh, well, they investigate every single time an old person dies, even if it's natural causes, just in case. So he'd have to be a lot more secretive than that.
Yeah.
But definitely, Tommy, you put this much money and thought into stealing a priceless gun from Bruce Wayne, you could probably put this much money and thought into killing your mother. Like, focus inward, Tommy.
Classic Tommy.
Think about, what would be easiest.
It's like, obviously what's going to be easiest is staging a war against Batman.
I know, right?
Look,
what
people
else?
don't think this shit through.
Kate met a nice bartender. They're
She a
gonna follow each
hottie.
other.
She's from our vampire show.
The
nice.
Passage.
We both saw her and went, we know her.
That's cool. That's cool.
She's great. I hope she stays.
I heard a rumor that she might be sticking around.
Yeah. I was mad at her ex being all like starey and weird about it.
Oh,
and I was
yeah.
like, hey girl,
Nope.
you don't get to have an opinion
Yeah.
on this. And if you have an opinion, it doesn't get to be negative. You fucked this way
Yeah,
up.
like, you're the one who caused this situation. You're married now. You have told Kate you are happy and to move on. Even if you have feelings for Kate, the adult
You have
nice
a
thing to
husband.
do is do not ever let her see any of that
Yeah.
because it's just shitty.
Yeah. Also, I'm leaning more toward she is not actually bisexual and has told no one that she likes to be with women and is just living a secret
It's
straight
like
life.
the longest of cons.
Well, no, because we were talking about in the first episode, we were kind of hoping that, like, she was at least bisexual
Mm-hmm.
and that's how she married a man. But her husband doesn't know about the biggest relationship of her life before she met him,
Yeah.
which tells me she's been in the closet since that day.
Which is, it's one of those things that is really sucky about being bisexual is that you can pass. I mean, you can be with somebody who you even love and just like keep that part of yourself on lockdown. And so then it's like really awful because you have to lie to everyone in your life about this part of who you are. But you could pass as straight if you wanted to. Like, don't, but you could.
Like, don't,
But no.
but you could.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, I really like it.
Yeah, it's good. She realized that having people think that she was Batman was
bad.
causing a lot of problems, so she's got her dope-ass red wig now.
Yeah.
And I am here for it.
And Vesper, or no, her stupid girlfriend named her Batwoman. Vesper didn't. Vesper should do it.
Vesper should do it.
I'm getting more and more excited about, this is like a side note, news of the week, Pattinson's Batman, just because, like, he's so bad at PR, and I cannot wait.
Oh man, I love that guy. Robert Pattinson is pure delight,
Pure
all
delight,
the time.
because he hates all that shit. So he's gonna be a great Batman. He's going to be a really good Bruce Wayne because he's not going to take any of that shit seriously.
One of the things I was really enjoying about this episode is that Mary is the Bruce Wayne. Like, when she goes out and she's playing at the party girl.
Right. X's opinion of Mary is not very high. And I'm like, girl, she's in med school. What is your problem? But Mary plays it up like she's in there to get an MRS degree, not an MD degree.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think Mary's great.
And then she immediately is like, EMT, this woman over here is about to, like, have an exploding brain.
Yeah.
You gotta
take care of this, please.
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah.
I like this show.
All right. Black Lightning next?
Oh my god. There's so many shows.
I was like, we're in an hour already.
Yeah.
You're going to have to cut this down.
Okay. Black Lightning. Let's keep it quick.
Okay. You go ahead.
Odell's just
a lying liar face.
Yeah, he is playing everybody.
Also, like, thanks so much for the new suit, but that definitely has a tracker in it.
Oh man, but
Do not
also
wear
that
watch.
suit looks so cool.
It looks hella dope, but it has a tracker, and I'm telling you, it's got a kill switch. It's got something in it.
It's fine. He's
that
gonna
he
run
can
it by
push
Gamby.
That'll knock out fucking Jefferson.
Nah, at some clutch point, Odell's gonna be like, oh ho ho, but your suit, and he's gonna poke a button, and then Gamby's just gonna cackle to himself because he disabled it like 6 months ago.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. Khalil's back on the scene.
Holy fucking
He's
shit.
looking
Man.
fucking
So
ripped.
fucking hot. Holy
Jesus, he is ripped.
shit. That actor did some good work to get
He
that
knows
body.
all the
Good
martial arts.
Look,
Yeah.
23
Every
of them.
single one. Including that shit they teach to Israeli special forces.
And that was crazy.
Whew. They're going like full, I mean, it's like, I'm definitely getting Winter Soldier vibes with the brainwashing and like all the martial arts and stuff, but like, it's a totally different direction, and I'm super into it.
Yeah, because it seems like he still has a personality and is still a person with some opinions, at least.
I think he has a personality. I don't think he's Khalil anymore.
Oh, no,
think
I don't think he is.
I think he's like a whole new person
Yeah.
just inside that body. I'd love to know how they fixed his spine. Because it's just a scar now.
Yeah.
I was telling Monica that he should do the salmon ladder.
That
He
would
could do
be
like a mile-long salmon ladder. Did
pretty
you see
great.
That guy?
Yeah.
Good lord. Jen
Jen has a
is
new
now a weapon, too.
Yeah,
Jen's
she's
on the
going
fucking
and
weapon team, blowing
running missions
shit up.
for Odell.
I love that she can fly. I think I forgot she can fly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so great.
I think it's really weird that the girl we've been chasing for a full season across 2 seasons
Oh, Grace?
just like randomly appeared.
Is she like, what's up?
I thought
I'm
that
back?
was weird. I
Yeah.
was like, what?
It's fine. We have to get...
Why chase her down for this long?
Because we have to have the outsiders.
No, I'm glad she's here.
Well, it
I'm
looks
wondering
like-
about like the plan. Like
It looks like the next episode is going to be about Grace.
Oh, cool. Okay.
that's good. I loved her little like mini weird breakup with the news lady where she's like, I am fine.
Yeah. we hooked up once.
We hooked up one time.
You're great.
While
you're
we were
not
hooking
all
up,
that?
you told me about Grace. Like, this is not a surprise.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm reevaluating that lady. I think she might not be a plant. So I know that is
Just
shock
say it, Kenneth.
to both
Monica
of you.
was right. Say
Honestly,
it,
that
say
scene made me feel
it.
B
more
had some
like
good points.
honestly, that scene at the bar made me feel more like she could be a plant.
B is right. You bring up some good
Always.
ideas.
Always.
Yeah, it was a good episode. I'm liking this. So far I'm liking this season a lot more than
It's
last
great.
season.
Last season, I don't know why, but yeah, I didn't like it as
just-
much.
it meandered.
It felt like it dragged a little, which is crazy because it was still only 13
Yeah.
episodes.
But this one has good momentum. I like all the plots are carrying over from one episode to the next.
Yeah,
Because like we're
yeah.
building something. And we only kept the family separated up until this episode.
Which was nice.
To get back together. Because you can't keep Jefferson in that box for too long. Otherwise
Yeah.
it starts to get bananas. And I also love that the minute they got home, everybody had to split.
That was funny. That was
He's
a
like,
sucky moment, but like that was pretty funny.
Okay,
Jen's like,
cool.
I'm exhausted.
Cool.
Nis is like,
I got a girl in my bed.
he's like, oh, maybe we could like get down. And she's like, no, I've been working for 17 hours.
Yeah. Womp.
I hope he immediately went and hung out with Gamby.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Right? Go see Gamby. He
gonna
misses
be
all
great.
your dumb faces.
Anyway, Black Lightning's still great.
So good. All right, last definitely.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Nope. Our
damn
racist black guy is free, I guess. I don't know his name.
Oh, Tobias?
He's not free.
He's not free.
They're going to let him out?
He's
Odell
so far,
is going to let him out for whatever's in that fucking briefcase.
I thought he refused Odell.
Odell's going to come back with a better deal.
Oh, I mean, sure, probably.
Okay, he's not out. You think Odell's going to let him out?
Girl, I know Odell's going to let him out. He wants that fucking briefcase.
That's true.
Here's what I would love. Odell has some dope master plan.
Odell's the worst.
Lets Tobias out. It's like swelling crazy music. Tobias walks out, and Lala just like
immediately
shoots
kills him. That would be great.
Cool, I'm out.
I would love that. And then Tobias gets tattooed on Lala's chest and then follows him around forever. I would love that. Can you imagine Lala being driven by Tobias? Ooh.
Yes.
Also, was it this episode or last episode where like Lala got shot up by that gangster?
Last episode.
Just like, so how did we not talk about that?
That was great.
Somehow Lala is great. He's becoming a favorite for me.
He's good times.
I want to know more about his... I'm sorry. I want to know more about his powers because, like, that old guy in, like, the weird, like, underground / like, not labyrinth. What am I thinking of?
Laboratory?
No.
Laboratory.
When you're purgatory, but not... What's the one where, like, babies go to?
That's purgatory.
What's the other one?
Limbo?
Limbo is purgatory.
Cool. I've heard it both ways. That guy who just, like, lives either underground in a laboratory or literally in limbo who, like... somehow gets hands on Lala every time he dies. How does he find him?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is he just, like, wandering the streets waiting to stumble across dead Lala? Or is, like, Lala, like, metaphysically tagged?
He has a Lala alarm.
Oh, my God.
I'm so mad I'm laughing.
I hate it.
I hate you so much.
All right, let's talk about Titans. I have to pee.
Oh, I forgot about Titans.
Yeah.
Titans was good this week, though.
Titans was great this week.
I love Jericho.
Yeah.
I also love Jericho, and I knew that that's what really happened. Fucking...
Oh, yeah,
goddamn Dick, I killed Jericho.
Dick's a big old stupid dum-dum.
Well, he obviously bears responsibility.
Of course he does.
But he didn't kill this kid. That kid made a choice. Though it did really suck. Dick made a lot of bad calls in this episode. And I think a lot of those...
dicked it up.
Yeah. I think a lot of those bad calls led to that scene.
Dick.
I don't think he had... I get why he went to the church because of what happened to Donna. But, man, I think that was the wrong call.
I do. So I'm going to put more on top of it.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
What flavor is that?
Clementine hibiscus.
Ugh.
Sounds terrible.
It's going to be awful, bud. But, like, congratulations to you.
So, it's not just that kid died, but that Dick made a series of wrong calls that the team told him, like, don't do. And that's why everybody split up. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, I agree.
She's mad we weren't listening.
No,
I was listening.
I think you were drinking a beer.
It's
I
not
think
a beer.
Dick made a series of wrong calls that led to this situation, but I can see why he went to the church, and ultimately Jericho dying wasn't his fault.
And that his bad decisions, which led him to the church, which the team told him not to make, are the reason the team left. We can multitask.
Also, fuck everyone on that team, dude.
Wow.
They are all giant hypocritical pieces of shit.
I mean, you're not wrong.
And it's super frustrating. Dick made a couple of small errors that they were all fucking egging him on about, especially Dawn, who's on my shit list because she's like, oh, be Batman. Oh, I was just kidding. Don't be Batman. Blah, blah. Fuck you, Dawn.
Whoa, hot takes.
I'm so pissed at her. It's so frustrating because Dick is busting his ass, trying his hardest, and everyone else is like, oh, blah, blah. They're a bunch of, like, high horse riding shitheels, and it's so frustrating.
Also, none of them helped at all.
Yeah, Hank's just over there with his dick in his hand, doing nothing.
Dancing like an amazing,
that was
amazing man.
So good. And Jericho pulling his shirt up and just be like, oh, man, look at these abs. Ugh. They're all so annoying. I can see why the team died.
I agree with you, but I actually think Donna's the worst.
Mm-hmm. Donna is the worst because she was egging him on, and then...
Wait, no, Dawn and Donna.
No.
Donna Troy is the worst.
Oh, see, no, I thought Donna Troy came out of this the best because I felt she was more just kind of a victim of momentum where the dude she vaguely was interested in died.
Technically, he's dead because of Donna. If we're, like, laying out, like, things happen because of decisions someone made...
he is dead.
He's dead because Donna was a piece of shit
He's
to
dead
him.
because of Deathstroke. You cannot put that on Donna. She was shitty to him. God. Full stop. Deathstroke killed Garth.
Yes, you're right. But she then can't blame all of this shit on...
I really don't think she does. It came across...
I don't know, it feels like she does, especially in the present times when she's, like... this is all terrible and your fault from before.
I think that's more like 5 years of not being in the team really kind of setting in and reinforcing on itself. To me seemed like when she left, it was much more, the team's falling apart. This is shitty. My entire life has fallen apart because also whatever her name was.
Said Jill.
Yeah. I just got to get out. But,
okay, fine. How about
you've
this?
always got a place to crash.
You hate Dawn the most, and I'll hate Donna the most.
Teamwork.
You get to hate whoever you want.
But it should be Hank.
No.
Hank is too hot.
Hank didn't do anything bad this episode.
He was a butthole.
Hank's almost always a butthole, though.
I know. Present Hank is like totally 180'd, and he's a delightful butthole.
Okay, but like Hank before present Hank was always kind of a butthole.
Yeah,
that's
fair.
just who Hank is.
Season 1 Hank was kind of like
he was a trash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's great now.
It's fine. It's
and
because Jason's here to redeem him.
I agree with Beatrice that Hank didn't really do anything that wrong this episode. He wasn't helpful, so laying on the guilt wasn't great at the end. But like, he's not the one who told him to be Batman. He's not the one who wasn't supportive. He's not the one who was a piece of shit to another person, inadvertently causing their death. That was all the women on this team.
Oh, man. Coming down hard against the ladies this week.
Look, also, I think Donna's garbage.
Oh, my God.
I like Dawn. I think Dawn is doing a good job. I think Dawn is the emotional center of our team. I think she also made a few errors that hit harder than she meant them to.
Like, honestly, I think everybody on this team fucked up because they're still looking at them. They're looking at themselves
as solo acts.
Well, I was gonna say they're viewing themselves as grown ass adults when they're really not.
Oh yeah,
and so
for sure.
They're making all of these decisions from a place of emotional immaturity because they're angry and they're grieving, which is totally fine, which is very understandable, but led to them making a lot of bad decisions. And so I think probably it's easier for people to blame Dick, because he's the leader, to say, oh, it's Dick's fault.
Yeah, let me pass
Dick
the buck
did this, and because of that, Jericho died. When really they all had a hand in it. They all made the decision that this was what they were going to do, and they all made bad calls. And so I think it was just easier to walk away from that than try to sit in it and figure out a way to keep the team together.
Yeah.
When we all feel guilty as fuck.
Also, Jericho's totally not dead.
He's not dead.
He hopped into Slade and walked on out of there.
The rules of grief should be much like the rules of joining AA, is you don't make any big decisions for at least a year.
Oh man, like there's all this stuff about how like don't cut your hair or like change your body like dramatically after a big change in your life, because like you're probably going to regret that later.
What? No, you should always change your hair after you break up with someone. It's great. It's freeing, and it's like a non-serious change.
Yeah, it's
that
hair.
You can
It'll
fix
go back
immediately.
unless you're me.
You shouldn't get a tattoo or new breasts or like buy a car, but you could probably chop all your hair.
I don't
off.
know. Can you afford the car?
No.
Well, then no, don't buy the car.
Don't buy the car.
Anyway, this was a good episode. I love the guy who plays Jericho. He's so
so cute.
fucking cute.
He's a delight. And I will say, I really liked that Dawn, as much as possible, would like semi-sign back to him,
Yeah, I
just
also
to be
appreciated
very
that.
make him feel included.
And I was thinking, if he hadn't have died, that whole team better learn sign language. It shouldn't all be on Dawn.
I think they would have.
I think they would have too. I just like I was sitting there watching, going,
Dick
"You got to
would
do
just
it."
do that in his off time for fun.
Yeah,
because he's a psychopath, and like he is.
Well, legitimately,
best way
I'm
possible.
surprised that Donna doesn't know sign language, since that's got to be one of the languages they teach on Themyscira.
Why? How?
Why not?
I don't know, because
How would they speak all those other languages?
Because all those other languages were there before they isolated themselves from the world, where ASL's only in like the last 100 years.
Fine.
Fair point.
Fine.
Duh.
Except that Wonder Woman's been out in the world, so she knows sign language exists. She should have brought it back to Themyscira as part of their learning.
Okay.
Look, I just headcanoned that, and I
You're
accept it.
right.
Okay, I'm going to throw something at you.
Yeah. We got plenty of things to throw at you because your garage is full of trash.
Well, yeah, you both keep showing up.
Oh! There's like a burn on a burn.
I love
Roast
watching.
mode activated.
Dude, fucking, after seeing Monty what's his face be Deathstroke in Arrow, I thought that was going to be
Oh, the big guy.
Manu?
What?
Whoever played Deathstroke in Arrow. No.
The Polynesian dude.
Yeah, hey,
I got
kid.
you.
Oh my god, your watch is so bright. Can you tap that off?
I don't know why it's doing that. Shut up.
Because God is dead and Apple is now your leader.
It seems right.
Belief structure.
I thought that was peak, and I don't want to say this guy is better, but he is doing an amazing take on Deathstroke, and I love it. And him busting out of that science facility while just munching down on an apple.
That was
great.
That was so
great.
funny
Ugh.
and such a weird take because he picks that apple up and I was like, that has blood on it. You should not put that in your mouth. But then he ate from the other side of the apple. I was like, probably he hasn't eaten in a couple days. I think I'd probably eat an apple too.
Yeah. Well, and I think they also went to some great lengths to make Deathstroke more committed to his family than I think he is in canon. I think because that obviously it's his job is what brought those dudes to his house, and those dudes hurt his kid. Mm-hmm. But I think that the way they set it up, it feels much less malicious on his part. That, that honestly, that kind of thing could potentially happen to anybody who's in law enforcement. I think that sometimes bad people come to your house.
Ooh, looking at you, Watchmen. Shout out Watchmen.
Okay.
That's why all the cops wear masks in Tulsa, because X number of years ago, all of the white supremacists busted into and killed basically all the cops in Tulsa.
Jesus. So yeah, and so I get that, and I also it's very telling that after that happened that he left. That he could have still stayed and done nothing, but that he went, oh shit, I really hurt my family.
Yeah.
And then he left. And that says that he wants to be a good dad.
Oh yeah, and I think it makes him a very interesting character where he is a murdery jerk, butthole guy, but also, is invested and cares about his family and about specific people.
And
he's an onion.
Oh, he's got
It's
layers.
like parfait.
Parfait.
Everybody like parfait.
Everybody like parfait.
And then we get to see the mom, where after Jericho,
I was about to bring this up.
Yeah, Jericho decides that he's going to leave and go live in Titan's Tower because his mom has been lying to him this whole time.
Well, also he has new friends and he can be a superhero.
Yeah, why not? And then his mom basically goes to her husband, who she knows is an assassin, and says, "Hey, go kill those kids for me, so our kid will move back home."
Oh my god!
My only sad thing about the mom is in the comics, she's the one who took one of his eyes.
Right?
And
yes, I
would
that.
have loved to see that happen here.
That'd
But
be cool.
even given that,
this is almost better. She literally told him to go kill a bunch of post-teens.
yeah.
Well, because I feel like in the comics, I feel like she took his eye after, because I think, wasn't he the one that slit Jericho's throat?
I don't remember.
But it was
so much.
revenge
So
for
much.
what happened to their kid. So that's why I was a little bit bummed when I saw him come home for the first time already missing the eye.
Yeah,
and I was like,
oh
oh,
man, what's she going to do now?
take the other eye.
Oh no. Okay. And yeah, Titans.
I want Corey and I want Connor and I want them now.
So from what I've read, this was the last
Last,
flashback of this season.
Nice.
So
I want
it
Corey
should be
and
a
I
lot
want
of
Connor
story
and I
going
want
on.
Connor and Jason's BFF-ness.
Dirtbag bros.
I want it so much because maybe he can teach Connor how to have fun and maybe Connor can teach him how to be less of a dirtbag.
Yeah. They can meet
Also,
in the middle.
I want to find out Jericho's here. Is Jericho a bad guy as a ghost person?
I don't know.
In the comics. Damn it!
Because, I definitely feel like he was Ingar and the one
Yeah, moving
fucking
all that
with
shit.
everybody. So,
Because he would know that stuff from before.
uh-huh. Yeah. So, which would also make sense why he would take Gar, because he didn't know Gar. So,
What's left?
All right.
that is it.
Whew, thank God.
So we are back next week with all our
And
same
pretend like
shows.
you like us.
And
I'm tired.
as always,
Oh.
you can catch us on all the things at honestly, just Google Pow TV and you'll find them. We got you. We're on all the places except Pinterest.
And Google Plus.
Well, no one's on Google Plus. It died.
I'm on Google Plus.
I don't think you can be anymore.
I was
thought-
when it was here.
Well, yeah, I was too for 20 minutes.
We're on Google
Wasn't
Hangouts.
it
We're on
just
Slack.
7 normal people and all Google employees
Yeah,
were on
basically.
Google Plus?
Pretty much. So, thank you for listening. Don't look us up on G+, because it's dead now.
It's dead.
And we will see you
Dead
next
Jim.
week. Same bam time, same Pow channel.
Bam! Pow!
Try to do that.
This donut.
I'm like that.